Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. With our hearts uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. What them tries to kill you, but with faith you recover. Yeah. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to reflect on all the juice like torture. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah, aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Life that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus. Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus. Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen, hey. Yeah. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental, how clean is a whistle. Attention's a trap, they can lead you astray. Steering this ship through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt of disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation, rather one and you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus. Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track, we the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather one and you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus. Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on you, tell the truth.
Peace, everyone. Peace. So I want to do this little quick intro. I'll introduce everybody real quick. I got Moon Tortoise next to me.
Turtle noises.
I got Killer Wayne.
Yo, what up, though?
I got SGF Graham.
Peace.
DDH the Bubble. We got Aurora Owl.
What?
Aurora Owl.
I love it.
Isn't that that's Miss Christie's new name?
It works.
I don't think I have sound. Do I have sound?
You have sound.
Hello?
You have sound.
Oh no.
Oh no, she has sound and she doesn't know it.
I'm pretty laggy myself here. I don't know what the hell is going on.
I'm going out and I'm coming back in. I can't hear anything.
All right, peace.
Let me try.
Hi, Badger.
Peace. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to remove her for a second because it's going to take her a second to figure out how to leave. So let's go. Peace. Greetings, everyone. The People's Podcast is produced by Unseen Twisted Truth. This is a space where your voices matter and the ears that will listen and the truth refuses to stay hidden. Tonight's episode asks the question on everyone's mind: what's really going on in America? From the cracks in the healthcare system to the rise of holistic healing, we're diving deep into the truth, but they don't want us to hear. They don't want you to hear. And before we begin, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Shimmerwood CBD infused beverages. It's a broad spectrum 5 milligrams of CBD crafted to bring calm and clarity to your journey, refresh your body, balance your energy, and sip with the intention. Enjoy 30% off by using our code. Go to shimmerwood.com/discount/the people. Now let's get in, step into the conversation tonight. Let's see if Chrissy can hear us. Aurora,
Hello.
peace.
How is everybody?
All is truly well.
Good.
So we just did our little intro. And we were talking about just giving a shout out to Shimmerwood for sponsoring us.
Ooh.
We're going to talk about many different things. I want to start off by saying those that know I was in the medical field for over 19 years. I went from being a CNA to a nurse to private care to many different roles. And then I just stepped in the role of being a pharmacy tech. And I just went to the schooling for that because I wanted to know, not for no other reason. I just wanted to know. Once I learned a lot of things and I started healing and I started shifting and changing into who I am today, the universe got me out of all those positions. And I took it. I took the little window that was open and I ran through it with arms wide open and started grabbing books on holistic medicine and herbalism and gardening and natural remedies. And I still done that before. It was just different now. I was tired of seeing people get unalived and chalked up to a well and being pushed into medication for the benefits of the corruption of the government. And I've seen a lot. I've held out the hands over 30 people that have transitioned. I'm not going to say any other word because I don't believe in that anyhow. Energy does not stop. It keeps going. So for energy, I've seen them transition and I've seen people suffer. I've seen people go without wanting to because other people were done with them. It's really rough. It's really rough in the medical field. You have to separate yourself from your heart. Honestly, I've seen errors after errors. I've almost turned in a facility before because so many medical errors, and they threatened me if I was going to. So I witnessed a lot. And then in my transition and change that the universe put upon me, I was born with arthritis and I was always not feeling good and I was overworking my body constantly. And I was constantly popping ibuprofen. I was constantly like doing a lot of things just so I could get through. And then once I did that fast and I changed everything and I removed a lot of things out of my body. And right now I'm on a 72 hour dry fast and I'm at 30 something hours right now. The change is needed for a lot of people. You don't realize what they're doing to us until you look at our fruit and you pull off a skin of plastic on our apples that has pesticide and plastic. If your apple doesn't and the barcode doesn't start with a 9, please do not eat it. Please take that advice. Do not eat it. They're changing a lot of things. We were talking about before how milk cartons used to be cardboard recycled to plastic. There's reasons why. It's not just to save money. I promise you.
There used to be missing persons too.
Well, yeah, but I was just talking about not the benefits, what's on it. Just in general, though, what they did, they changed it for reasons. They started pushing fast food. They started pushing preservatives. They made the colors look beautiful for kids to like them. So why do you think all that is? Why do you think that they are making food look different and last longer? Moon Tortoise.
Why are they? I don't know. I trust the healthcare system, the government, and multi-million-dollar corporations wholeheartedly. I think they have our best interests in mind. Oh, wait, hold on. No, a second. Don't know, which is fair to say, but I do know, and if a lot more people knew, maybe, I don't know, it's kind of wild to me.
Your signal's so choppy.
And most of the food, yeah.
That was all choppy.
That sucks. Did you hear that?
I heard
all
that
right.
part.
Yeah. Let's say, can I condense it? Can you hear that?
Yes.
Because I think the healthcare system and all these multinational corporations backing it is a murder for profit business.
Okay.
There.
Killer Wayne, why do you think they've changed everything why do you think they changed everything?
I think for financial gain. Like the pharmaceutical companies, they don't give us cures. They give us treatment. Because it's money in treatment, there's no money in cure. So if they keep it giving you food that's not healthy for you, it keeps you getting sick. It keeps you coming back to the medical field so they can treat you. But it's still killing us. We dying at a younger age. We're getting more cancers from eating the new foods that they're giving us, the man-made foods. So I think it's all for financial gain. It's greed.
Aurora, what's your opinion?
Well, my opinion is that it's just a different way they had, because some things were to be done for good. And let's put that out there, that there are things, that we do have in the medical field, like radiation treatments, things like that for cancer that can actually cure cancer faster. But everybody's going to say greed, because that's what it is. It's nothing but they dressed it up and they made it look good, and they made it like, okay, no street drugs and no, what they call from marijuana to cocaine and things like that. They was like, okay, well, we got something else better for you, and they tricked everybody into it. And like Killer Wayne and both Moon Tortoise was saying, that the corruption is real, and it has to be an overhaul. And as far as killing us, yeah, it was a different way to get us addicted. It was a different way to get us not being able to think straight. Like Killer Wayne was saying, that more illnesses are being popped up everywhere. They don't understand about autism. They want to blame Tylenol, but you have no idea what can be causing a whole lot of things, because the environmental part of it as well, and what is going inside these medications, and how long people should be on it is no longer a thing.
SGF Graham, what's your opinion?
I would just be regurgitating everything that everybody said, just to be. I agree with everybody.
Okay. So they say corruption in the medical industry involves the misuse of entrusted power for privilege, for private gain, for manifesting as fraud, embezzlement, and bribery, which can occur on all levels in the healthcare system. The widespread issues is exasperated by weak governments, lack of transparency, and corruption influence from a private equity firms, insurance companies, and pharmaceutical companies, leading to higher costs, reduces quality of care, and potentially tragic outcome, including increased child mortality. Strategies to combat corruption include enhancing governments, strengthening regulatory. I don't know what's going on in the background of somebody's thing, but I have to mute them. I think it's Killa. So, leading to higher costs, reduces quality of care, potential tragic outcomes. Where was I? So, strategies to combat corruption include enhancing government, strengthening regular oversight, increasing transparency, and investing in health information systems to monitor resources uses, improve accountability. Now, I said all of that just to say, I remember when the pharmacies and then doctors would come in there and they gave out free pens and free this and free that. If you got a certain amount of clients or residents on this kind of medication, I've firsthand seen it. I've seen them give bonuses, overheard bonuses be given. I've been talked to about trying to push things onto people. I mean, it's insane. And like everyone else has said, there's a reason that healthcare no longer, and you lose your license and you can actually lose your job if you do not follow the protocols they have in line. If you start going to help a patient and recommend something else instead of the pills they want you to push, they will blackball you and you will lose your license. It's insane and it's sad. It's extremely sad. But there's a lot of reasons that there's so much going on here in America. If we step outside of the United States and we go to another country, half of our food is illegal. More than half of our food is illegal in other countries. They don't allow them to eat what we eat. They don't allow them to watch what we watch. They don't allow them to listen to what we listen. It's insane. So there's a lot of reasons. I'm going to get into my first question. I apologize. I got to send it to myself so I can see it. It's hard doing it like this. So, what was the moment that made you question the medical system, Moon Tortoise?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
That's good. Recent events have, a lot of things have, but recent events have really pushed me there. Largely the treatment of the elderly, including my own father. And that's not a response to all. And everybody's working there. But I have seen that everybody's exhausted, overworked. Who are we not compensating? We're not helping. Why are we and it's just not working. The system's not working. And care needs to be given both to the caregiver and to the patient. And I see that dwindling and falling into the hands of people who really care and are pushing themselves to the limit. And a lot of people are suffering for that. And I don't understand why everything's got to be so expensive, hard to find, on top of scammers calling, the elderly all the time and bothering them, making healthcare even harder. And when the hospital that I see some of these people in is the biggest, shiniest, largest complex in the whole damn city. So who's profiting off all the misery? Because if you want a Tylenol just to be funny in the hospital, it's going to cost you like $8 for that. That's
Killer
nothing.
Wayne.
I have so much to say on this. It boils.
Killer Wayne, what was the moment that made you question the medical system? I muted you. I unmuted you.
Am I unmuted?
Yes.
I can't really give you a time because I never really trusted it. Like I really I come from a small town that have a lot of factories, plants, like chemical plants. So a lot of people from there die from like cancer.
Okay.
And so like I guess it's just like struggling like, damn, why are so many people from here dying from cancer, and like why ain't nobody like living from it? And like I don't know, I guess talking to other people, like I learned the fact that they like to treat instead of cure.
Did you work in the military?
Did I work in the military?
Yeah, or go to the military?
No, I was a combat engineer. I did explosives.
Okay.
So
Served in the military. Yes.
What did you say, Moon Tortoise?
I said served in the military. You served your country. You're a combat engineer, Killa? You said? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So did you
Got some
see
tips.
did you see treatment different for people in the military?
I really didn't see a lot of treatment. Like I wasn't a medic.
Okay.
So it's like we'd like transport them to we'd call for transportation like a medevac or something, and they'd take them to the medics or whatever. If it wasn't like if after they did everything that they could do, like first aid, then we'll send them to the medics. So I never really seen the treatment like firsthand.
Okay.
So I can't tell you the difference.
Did they try to get you to take a lot of shots there?
Oh yeah, they did. And I think that's why a lot of people from the military get sick with like sleep apnea, TBI, and like a lot of things like that because of the shots that they were giving us. Like they were giving us experimental shots. Like I don't know too many civilians that had to take the anthrax shot. They give us like A and B series of different shots and like that we never heard of, and like you'll never hear again unless you going into the military. Like they gave us a shot to control our hormones while we're in basic, and now a lot of us suffer from different shit, and they claimed it. They don't know where it come from.
That's insane. Could you refuse any of it?
No, when you in the military, like you belong to the military. So if you refuse, you can go to prison. So they always threaten you with like Fort Leavenworth, or they'll kick you out. And like it's not like a regular job where like they be like, hey, you fired and you go home. So you might be there for a year and a half before you go home. And the whole time that you there getting kicked out, they treat you like shit, and you really can't do nothing because you signed a contract to be in the military. So.
So Christy, what was the moment that made you question the medical system?
Well, there was two things, and I want to just expand because Killer Wayne was in the military. My father was in there for 22 years, and he did get Agent Orange. It built cancer into his colon, and so the medical doctors, because we were a military family, and then he went into the police force, we still had the benefits of going on military bases. And so he got a lot of great care. The problem was they could have found it if they just didn't say he had back pain. And so I just wanted to touch on that, and he passed away about close to a year later. So that's one of the things that when they spray stuff, when they do things, when we talk about the pesticides or anything else that they do, even at war or, because my father went to war. On several, he's fought in several wars. So point being is that, you're going to get things from there, and they know what they're doing with the shots and all that. When it comes down to me personally, I knew 2010 when the doctors told me there was nothing they could do for me. They couldn't tell me why I was dying, but they kept pushing me away. Emergency room from emergency room to emergency room. And so I just didn't want to do anymore, going to the hospitals and all that. So a friend of mine, actually, he was called Brother Juice because he always made these fresh stewed tomatoes and stuff like that. And he would just come over every day, and he had his shop and he would come over. He would tell his friend to come over and make sure, and they got me back up to health. But I knew that was but I didn't know exactly what it was. So when they tried to put me back on in 2012 and I refused with one doctor, I got kicked out of the program.
They say if you're rejecting treatment.
You know it. You know it. Even though you signed to say that, wait a minute, I got patient rights. You know what I mean? But it was like, okay, you're, and that's what I can't stand, because they'll write it on there. On your thing, you're refusing treatment. And that's what, when it came down to me getting cancer, I sat up there and I was telling them that they're not going to open me up and try to do a biopsy. I'm going to die on that table because my weight, I lost like 70 pounds. Everything again was just going through. So there was a lot of questions behind, but I told them, no, you're not going to open me up because then the cancer is going to spread. Everybody knows that. And so one of the doctors put refusing treatment, and refusing surgery. And I was like, no, don't put that down. Mm-mm. And I had my son come up there with me, because another thing too is that when you got somebody up there who's not aggressive but is bold enough to say something, like you can look at them, say, okay, wait a minute, they're intelligent, but I don't know if I want to mess with them. You know what I mean? Because they know what they're talking about or something. That's when everybody started backing up off of me. And then they sent me to my radiation oncologist, and he was like my guard, my guardian angel, everything. Dr. Jason Schumedine, and his team at Sinai Hospital is the best. So they made sure, even with other department that was trying to figure out why I was losing so much weight, because it was not the cancer. So I questioned a lot of things, and that's why I said there's certain things in doing that, and having to lay on that bed with radiation, and knowing that my mother had to do it for 10 years, and chemotherapy, which is nowhere near what they even chemotherapy now. Radiation is not the same as they did before. There are certain things that are good that they do, but the capitalization on it was that they wanted to do the surgeries on me. It was the opioids and other stuff that pushed me into death, and they didn't want to tell me, you know what I mean? And then it became an addiction, and I pulled myself off of it because I was like going to yoga and stuff like that. They were telling me no, and they were telling me that, okay, wait a minute, you're not being, what is that word? A compliant patient. And so I was like, oh, okay, so that's where we're going with this. I already know the game. So now that I'm not on that stuff, you know what I mean? Then it became a lot clearer to me and understanding that, wait a minute, I was falling down due to other things that were going on in my life. And then the expedition of all that medication and stuff like that, didn't even understand that it was really killing me. And the second time was like, boom, it was so evident because everybody was like, they didn't want to touch me. So that's when I was like, y'all sketchy.
So SGF Graham, what was the moment that you second guessed the medical field and medical system?
As dividing as this answer could sound, because I've been thinking about this the whole time. For me, when I realized that the same powers that ran slavery were the same ones that ran medication, I didn't understand how they was helping to heal me all of a sudden when they wanted to hold me down. But in personal life, one of my things growing up was I used to like reading warnings of everything. And I got into a fixation of reading the warnings of medicine. And I couldn't understand why people was taking this like they was taking this one thing and putting 3 other things in jeopardy just for this one thing to heal. I didn't understand that. And then something that had to be like a Patreon talk or something. The medical system really played with my sister, and like get deep into that. That'll be a Patreon.
Okay.
Probably have to talk to my sister about that because that'll be. But the medical system played with my sister before she was born, or whatever, you know. But I could talk about when they gave me pneumonia, or when they lied to me and told me that I just had seasonal allergies and some type of stomach problem. But on file for that exact same day, it says I had coronavirus. Um, like on the exact file. Cause I got a cousin that works in the medical field, and she looked it up. She was like, "Oh, how you doing? You got corona?" I was like, "No, I don't." They told me I got seasonal allergies and blah blah blah. They told me to get some Flonase and some Tones. She was like, "No, right here it say you got corona." So, you know, I just don't trust medical at all.
So I'm going to answer the moment that I decided to no longer trust. So I worked during COVID. I was in the facilities, and I've seen them put people in with people that were 100% having it just because they had a fever. They're not taking into consideration that they just had surgery, and that pain will spike your temperatures in your body. Infections will spike your temperatures in your body. They just threw them in there regardless. And they got a lot of people that had just infections from having surgery or just trauma from surgery get COVID and almost tried to take them out that way. They were there because they were there for rehab from surgery and end up fighting for their life because they got put next to somebody that was contagious because they didn't want to deal with them. When I worked in the medical field during it, we had to reuse our paper masks and put them in paper bags. We had to use garbage bags as gowns, and we had to go into different residents who had worse things than COVID, droplet precautions, MRSA, just tuberculosis, a lot of things, and deal with them residents with turning our gloves inside out. There's times where there's
Sorry. Let's see. Let's just go around and answer this question a bunch of times for the remainder of the show.
There was times where nobody would show up because when they first did the COVID thing, that you were allowed to stay home if you just said you've been around somebody that had it and they paid you to stay home. A lot of people took advantage of that, and as a nurse, we were stuck there. We weren't allowed to leave because if we left, then it would be neglect and abuse, and we'd be in trouble and lose our license. So we stayed, and we had to work longer hours than we normally had to, and it was very detrimental. So honestly, I seen a lot of things that made me question the medical field. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. They were making people sick instead of finding out why people were sick, and I couldn't deal with it no more. So the next question is, do you believe Big Pharma is designed to heal or to profit, and why? Moon Tortoise.
Well, I guess we get to answer the same question again. No. Big pharma. So I look at modern medicine as quite amazing. We've made incredible accomplishments. And with all the knowledge we have, we could be doing a lot of good. That being said, I believe the problem is a lot of these big whatever have yous and everything connected to them. Because, yeah, I'm watching the opposite of help. It's actually, I'm watching so many people suffer. And yeah, I was in the hospital last year with a foot injury, and I was neglected like crazy. I was like, it was terrible. So yeah, no one's out to help. I think some of the teams there, I think a lot of the people do want to help. You know, I've seen some awesome nurses and some awesome staff members, but I don't think it's all their fault. But yeah, I think it's the big guys.
Yeah.
It's all misery for profit.
Have you ever fasted before, Killer Wayne?
Yeah, I used to study Islam.
Okay.
So
how
you know, we do the Ramadan. Huh?
How did fasting and plant-based healing change your body and your mind?
I really didn't even notice, to be honest, because like when I was doing it, I was young, I was in good health, and so like I didn't have a lot of sicknesses and like nothing like that. So the only thing was I was hungry and I was thirsty. Like I could like it's like you fast from sun up to sundown. So I was just waiting for the sun to go down to eat.
Okay.
So I didn't really notice it. I haven't done that in years. Like I need to be doing it now, but I'm greedy.
Okay. Aurora, have you fasted before?
Absolutely. Coming from the Christian side of things, we fasted too. But outside of that, it was when I found out that what it did for the body and for the mind, and when you come down to plant-based, that's why I opted out on a lot of the medication and got my medical marijuana. Because a lot of the things that I was having, that's the least of side effects. It was, doing either CBD or CBG, CBN, the Delta 9 that goes into the psychosis part of things, to help with the mental. And, there's a lot of things that helps me to stay even keel. So it does work. It's a balancing act. If you have chronic illnesses, it is good to do that. It is good to fast, even if you can only do it and do teas. I saw you were talking about teas when you mentioned it in here. And what you wanted, because I wrote it down, and I was like, yeah, and the sea moss and things like that. There is so many benefits from it, and that's what I taught my kids at an early age, and that's what they were able to do as well, because I grew up that way. We grew our own vegetables and everything, so we didn't buy vegetables from the market at all, or fruits. Basically, we had fruits as well, so that made a difference into what they're doing today. And so there's so many benefits with the gut health, to heart health, brain health, everything, to your skin. And people don't even think about your skin health, but you need to have, a good thick layer, because it thins it out. So there's so many benefits from it that I could just run it down. But we'll wait for it when you go into the sea moss and stuff like that. I'll wait for you to do it.
So, Chef Graham, have you fasted before?
Yeah, I've done a fruit fast. I fast every day pretty much. I pretty much don't eat until 6 p.m. every day. So I started as a day and then I just keep it going. I just don't get hungry until about 5:36 p.m. anyway.
My simpatico said, "Beautiful episode. I'll be fasting once hubby comes home." Yeah, because right now she's carrying. Me and THC need to break. It's been over 10 years. Aw, I'm proud of you, simpatico. I'm proud
Hey,
of
can I
you.
say something on that? Did you know that marijuana can make you sick?
Uh huh.
Okay, because a lot of people don't know
Everything
that.
can make you
Well,
sick.
my
Everything can make you
girlfriend, she
sick,
was
you
sick
know?
for 5 years, and we didn't know what was wrong with her. Like every month, around the time that like her cycle came, like she would
Yeah.
get real sick for like 2 weeks. She couldn't eat. She couldn't do nothing. She just laid there in the bed, like couldn't move, like just crying. And like we found, like first they were saying it was endometriosis, and then they're like they don't know what it is. So we'll send her to all these gastro doctors and back and forth to different hospitals, and nobody knew what was going on. And we finally got to a doctor, and he was like, "Hey, do you smoke marijuana?" And she was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I want you to stop for a month." So when she stopped, she got sick like one more time, and then like after that, like it stopped happening to her. I can't remember the name, but it's like um I can't think. Is it chronic? No, not chronic Benoit. I can't think of the name, but it's a rare disease that you get like from smoking marijuana when you smoke too much. And like a lot of people think like marijuana is the cure for everything, but see, it can also hurt you if you smoke too much.
You know, there's a
Can I?
technical side of it. Technically, you're not supposed to burn anything into your lungs. I
Right.
stopped smoking too. And I've been without smoking for about a month now. And I get asked, does my lungs feel better and whatnot? And I don't feel it in my lungs. It's just I did it to eat, and because I didn't want to eat a lot of times, so it made me want to eat. But then it became to the point where I realized it was actually just a mental thing, not even really what marijuana did for me, because I still have ache and pains for my body and stuff, but I'm able to control that now that I have a clearer conscious, and my thought process is able to control it. So I don't even miss it. But technically, you're not even supposed to burn anything into your lungs. There's other
That's
ways you can ingest it, though, that's healthy for you too. So,
Exactly. And there's also called a thing called balance. Everything is a balance, and everything should not be done chronically and overdone. That's why I said medical. I don't go out in the streets. I go just the way I do with sea moss and hibiscus and sorrel and all those other different types of things. I got some sop soy uh, leaves so that way for the cancer, everything can sit up there and counteract against you. It's nothing wrong with taking a break. There's nothing wrong with stopping.
no,
But I noticed for my body that if you're going to tell me because of the pain that I am chronically every day, I'm not taking a pharmaceutical drug for that.
right.
I will take what I need that I know that my body can handle. What I do is I research for my body, my blood type. First of all, you're supposed to eat right for your blood type.
Constantly, yes.
So if you don't know your blood type and what goes on and what's going on with your body, then right there's a myth. So I'm a person of research. I'm a person that understands and learns things. So you're right. Everybody can't do everything. Just like I cannot take ginseng. People will think that I am on cocaine because I am just an energized bunny going around. And I actually had my boss ask me, like, what are you on? And I'm like, what do you mean? I was getting so much stuff done, but I cannot take it. St. John's wort, I can't not take either. It crosshairs with my body and it just, the anxiety, everything. And it just seems like I'm a person that, and I've never done that before, but people were like, you're just speeding around here. So when I went to my doctor, there were several things that I couldn't do. That was natural. Even like I said, even to include hibiscus and natural things like that, certain things are messing with my gut.
Right.
So we all have different, our bodies are made differently, so you have to do it accordingly with balance.
Yes. And a lot of people don't know that, so I appreciate you mentioning that, Aurora. A lot of people don't know that your blood type it all depends on your blood type. You have to eat according to your blood type, and you have to also know your body. Know your body. Know what you should and shouldn't do. There's certain coffee that I can't drink because it reacts to me too, or I feel all jittery and I get anxious, and so you got to know what you can and can't take with your own body type.
Yeah,
And
ginseng looks to be like ecstasy. For sure.
and my simpatico said that's interesting. She'll have to go and look into that, the blood type correspondence, because she didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't mind sharing with you, and then you can share with her. I have a book on it, and the doctor is very good because that changed my entire direction
You can
with
actually
things.
you can actually hit her up online. I'm sure she'll accept your friend request. She's a very amazing artist too. She has a very melodic, beautiful voice.
Oh, that's Vera.
Oh, okay. Huh?
That's Vera.
No, Sunjoy Hunt.
Oh, okay. I don't know her.
Oh, I'll have to send you her music. You'll love her. She's got a very, very beautiful voice.
Okay.
And also, Queen, the water intake. People not knowing about how much water they have to intake a day. Is quite amazing. Because I am at 132, and so I drink 70 ounces of water a day to keep my body going, to keep the blood flowing, to keep everything going. So people don't know that also, because they think that they can drink a couple of ounces of water, like maybe 8 or 12, and they're like, okay, I'm good. But no, you got to drink much more than that. You got to drink according to your body type.
And sometimes you drink too much. My dad drinks too much water. So there's a certain time when you can actually drown yourself by drinking too much water. So you're not supposed to drink it super cold. You're not supposed to drink it super fast. And you got to also, we're not supposed to drink water like that neither. It all depends though. You get enough of your water if you eat enough fruit though. There's like cucumbers, watermelon, a lot of fruit contain a lot of water, more water than the average water, and it's the healthy water. It's the H3. So I'm going to tell the health benefits of sea moss. So sea moss contains up to 92 to 102 minerals that your body needs, including iodine, potassium, magnesium, calcium, and iron. And it supports thyroid function, and it's high in iodine, which helps regulate thyroid hormones that control metabolism and energy. It boosts your immunity. It contains antioxidants, vitamin C, amino acids, and compounds that may help fight infections and inflammation. It aids in digestive, supports respiratory health, promotes healthy skin, joint and bone health, energy and mood support, weight management, and heart health. You can take it as a gel, a capsule, or a powder, or top of Gesundheit. But you got to be careful because too much iodine, it can be harmful to your thyroid function. So there's a lot of things you got to be careful when you overdo certain things. And what you were saying, Aurora, is sour sup. And sour sup's extremely good. It's got antibodies that fight cancer, and so are the pits in the avocado. You can ground the pits in an avocado, and it's got cancer fighting properties.
Oh, absolutely. I swear by avocado. The pits and everything. Like I love avocado because it also has, like you said, amazing health benefits. Yes, absolutely. And one of the things too is that I found that when I take a vitamin or anything else in a gel form, it still sticks the way any kind of other medicine does. Of trying to digest because of that plastic coating. So it's always good to try to do without the pill form.
Yes. So I'm going to ask this last question, and then with every single thing, though, I've noticed that everything has a mental thing. If you can fight just about anything if you have the want and the desire to fight it. A lot of people just give up and allow it to take you. It's your mind is so powerful. It controls so much in your nervous system, in your blood, everything. So why do you think more people are waking up to holistic health, Moon Tortoise?
I watch because I watch disease like family member getting disease bankrupt entire use our derivatives, of things we find in nature. Not everything, but we're meant to live with technology. We're also meant to live with nature. I think once again, this is a striking balance. We've kind of lost sight of that in lieu of gaining a profit. We're not going to get anywhere if we don't start healing.
So, Killa Wayne, same question. What do you think more people are waking up to holistic health now?
Social media.
Good.
Like that's all I have. I think social media is exposing a lot of things to different people, so it's waking us up in a lot of different aspects. So I think that because like these remedies have been around like for centuries. Well, I ain't gonna say century, but decades at least. But it's just the fact that now we have the internet and we have people that's more enlightened, that's opening up, and like by people sharing it to different people, more people are waking up to it.
Okay. SGF Graham, why do you think more people are waking up to holistic medicine?
Modern medicine is too expensive. They've watched what it done to their elders. And like Killa Wayne said on social media,
Okay.
it's allowed people to see, and they are century old. These remedies older than the internet, and they found it in a great grandma's attic in a box or something, or whatever, or something of that nature, or like so. Yeah, the internet played a big part, but also the prices and paying attention what it did to the elders in their family.
Yeah. Aurora, what is your opinion on why do you think a lot of people are waking up to holistic medicine?
I think people are tired of being sick. So they start talking about it, and they're starting, and of course, nobody can not question it's that it's social media. It's opening up and including family members, and what you go through and what you see, because that's what opened up for me. It wasn't social media as much as it was beginning on finding out what was going on in the family and everything else, and taking those books that the doctors would throw away back in the day when they would just, be like, okay, the new set were coming in. So I would always ask for copies of their books to look and research. So they are centuries old things that we just coming back to, because it's like there has to be a balance into this, and everybody knows what price is and everything else, of course. And it's not people that are just giving up all the time. It's people that are really fighting, but they just don't know because of what they're suffering. Everybody suffers in a different way, and it affects their mental. So this is a good time now, as any, to sit up there and say, what can we do about it? And let's talk about it, and then let's take some action behind that.
So my opinion is there's two different systems that keep you in the system. There might be three, let me tell you. One is the government, and another, and maybe the prison system is considered the government too. Once you're in the system, though, they want to keep you in the system. And that's the same thing with sick. And that's the same thing with doctors. Once you go there for a hangnail, they're going to have 10 things that is wrong with you and you should be taking this medicine for it with millions of side effects, that still does not cure what is wrong with you. Just makes you cope with it. So at the end of the day, I think it's about people are learning now to listen to the elders and see why people lived longer back in the day than they do now, where the average lifespan is, you're lucky if you get past 80. When you have people that are walking around 100 and something years old because they didn't trust the medical system. And if your doctor's walking around with a tablet and he's got WebMD on it, that right there tells you enough, because they don't even get enough time to spend in the room with you, let alone to really know what's going on with you. They're just collecting a whole and saying, this is what I've seen in a collective whole, and I'm going to give you something that works for a collective whole. When everybody's body's different and everybody's blood system's different, everything works differently for another individual. We're going to do positive messages, and we're going to wrap this up. Moon Tortoise, positive message.
Yikes! I'm reaching for one here. I don't want to do the three gratefuls. Just try different avenues and see how you feel. Try to get balance in your life. Am I wrong here? You get penalized for not having health insurance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to kill us. Make sure you try to just take care of your body, try to eat better. Victory begins at home, and home is within you. So put good in, get good out.
There you go. Killer Wayne, positive message.
Health is wealth. Take care of yourself.
There you go. Aurora, positive message.
It's okay to do the research. Take your time, do the research, find out about your body, love yourself, and you can go ahead and spread it out to other people.
SGF Graham, positive message.
Don't go to WebMD. They'll have that hangnail giving you 6 months to live. Nah, but laughter is the best medicine, so make sure you find something to laugh about.
Also, don't just take someone's opinion because they went to school for it. Know your body, know who you are, and do your research and get a second opinion. Because, listen, I know a lot of hypochondriacs, and they will read up on something and all of a sudden they think they are dying from it. I convinced my sister that she had hoof and mouth disease, and only horses can get that. And it wasn't nice, but I was young and it was funny. You just got to really listen to yourself, listen to your gut, and know your body. Ignorance is just the ability to not want to know. Thank you for tuning in. And if you want to relax and tip one back and not feel unfunctioning and just be able to calm, get some CBD, get the Shimmerwood beverages. They're Maine made. They're natural, organic. There's a bunch of different flavors, like 6 of them. And go try it out. Use our code, The People. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And we'll be a part 2 to this on Thursday. Peace and love.
Peace.
Where my intro went to.
That's good. I'm ready. Stuck in my head all the way.
Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people. Rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective. It's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. Where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. Where them tries could have killed you. But with faith you recover. Yeah. Peel off the makeup. We finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's an art tool. Reflect on all the juice like torture. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah. Aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Life that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen, hey. Yeah.
We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental how clean as a whistle. Attention's a trap, they can lead you astray. Snaring this ship through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt of disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation rather one and you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation rather one and you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on you, tell the truth.